This is just the latest in a string of scandals involving the Secret Service. President Obama saying that he has, quote, full confidence in the new director, Joe Clancy, who took over just last month. But Clancy can expect a grilling next week when he appears before a House subcommittee on his agency's budget. Kevin Court leads our coverage this hour, live from the White House with more on all this. And Kevin, good morning. How bad is
Bill,
this?
good morning.
How bad is this for the Secret Service?
Yeah, I want to say it's not as bad as perhaps it's being made out to be, because there are thousands, literally thousands of hardworking women and men in the Secret Service that do an incredible job on a daily basis. But it is certainly not what they would have in mind, especially when, as you point out, you look at the totality of all the issues that have happened over the last several years. Now, you just mentioned the incident, of course, occurring here at the White House last week on White House grounds. A truck basically driven by a pair of agents ran into one of those huge orange barrels, the kind that you see at a construction site or maybe on a highway. They hit it very slowly. It didn't even knock it over. But again, it's the appearance of impropriety that has been dogging this agency. We could go chapter and verse about all the things that have happened. And needless to say, there is an abundance of criticism on Capitol Hill.
The bottom line is the Secret Service has to be overhauled. The president has led the charge on getting that overhauled, and what happened the other day shows we got a ways to go, and that the overhaul is needed soon and very deeply. It really is. This is not just trivial.
And certainly it's not viewed as trivial from their perspective. And granted, we got that new information about the relative speed of what happened. But, Bill, it just doesn't look good. They recognize that. And there are going to be even more questions probably in the coming days, as you point out, next week.
What have you learned about when the new Secret Service director heard about this latest incident?
Well, this is another one of the issues, because as you can probably imagine from a management perspective, some issues are deemed as relatively not significant. And so you maybe want to shield your boss if it's not a big deal. But eventually, Joe Clancy, the new director, did learn about it, but it was not immediate. And again, that TikTok is where part of the problem lies. You have to have accountability. Maybe there was a supervisor that simply wanted to shield his troops. But unfortunately, you have to go right to the top when things happen. I want to share very quickly, Bill, before we let you go, a statement from the White House. We heard from Eric Schultz, the deputy press secretary. He was saying yesterday about the president's knowledge of this. He was disappointed to hear the allegations. But everyone at the White House supports the effort by Director Clancy to make sure that the Department of Homeland Security Inspector General does a thorough and exhaustive review of this. Does that mean heads will roll? We'll all find out together.
All right, we'll watch for that hearing next week. Thank you, Kevin Cork, live from the front lawn at the White House.